Olympics through, bro. This shit lasts like a week. Like like a dead ass.
I could have sworn I thought I saw
like
some
10
shit.
days.
Maybe it was a repeat. Yeah, it probably was a repeat of some shit like that.
But no.
But yeah, basketball wise, bro, the world is catching up.
America, we gonna always win.
Welcome to Just Post
America, nigga.
Let's jump right in.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for listening as always.
How y'all doing, man?
Yep.
Y'all really been supporting us.
Y'all showed out last month with the amount of views as well as like the watching / listen hours. I'm super appreciative. I'm gonna ask y'all one more favor. Share that though. We need some shares, and we'd love to get some more subscriptions. But we do love those who do subscribe and watch. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep.
Right, let's talk about the Antman. Let's go into you talking about basketball. The Antman, Anthony Edwards, says that the only era of basketball, I mean, he said the 80s and 90s when nobody hooping for real, baby.
He a young boy, man. A young boy, you know what I'm saying? He Atlanta niggas is loud. Like, I know, I got a lot of pilots. Oh, my fault, go ahead.
So then Magic Johnson
comes
out in his interview by Stephen A. And he's like, hey, you know, Anthony Edwards said that nobody was good except for Jordan in the 80s and 90s. And he was like, I only discuss stuff with people that got rings.
Yep. Flat out.
I only debate with people that got rings.
I mean, shit, to quote y'all boy Kendrick, sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. You know, you gotta let them know. Listen, bro, like you're all this wave about the league about to be yours. All this you know trash talk. You a flashy guy. You from Atlanta. A lot of niggas I know from Atlanta just loud. And you know what I'm saying? That's how I be. They talk.
Original Atlanta, or his parents migrated to Atlanta. It's a different.
I don't know the background story. You got.
But once you've been in Atlanta for so many years, you just Atlanta.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Like
so going with that. I mean, he got a lot on his shoulders. You feel what I'm saying? And then they got this whole thing. I don't never like when they be like, you know, oh, you got a certain amount of time to get it. He's going there. But what happens if he gets hurt? What happens if he gets a new coach? What happens if new players get traded? I've never been a fan of Rudy Gobert, to be honest. But you know what I'm saying. What happens if that don't work out? I don't like Karl Anthony Towns either.
No, I can't. I hate Cat.
Yeah, because
he's soft.
I don't know if it's soft.
Man,
maybe not. I don't know if it's soft. I don't know if it's soft.
Let me clarify. I ain't gonna say he's soft as a man because I don't know anything about this manhood. But when Jimmy Butler was there and he won with the third string team and Cat was all in his feelings, if you got somebody that's a dog that wants to lead and willing to stay with this team, you got to get on board, boy. Yeah. Like Cat, you got to get, and you're doing a much better job. He's doing a much better job with Edwards.
Yeah.
Of like, you know, chilling out. But that Jimmy Butler situation, they had a chance. They had a chance of really being next.
Yeah. And but truth be told, shit. And took his team away because it was supposed to be Cat's team, right? You don't hear shit about Karl Anthony Towns no more. And I mean, not saying he's a terrible player,
but that's what happened when GB got there and Cat was pouting and shit.
True. And him and Wiggins, that's another motherfucker that just be like, what, boy, how the fuck?
And y'all, and niggas was mad that we traded him for Kevin Love. No, he had to go.
Wiggins was a Cavalier, wasn't he?
Got drafted by the Kansas.
Yeah,
I forgot.
And
about
niggas
that.
was mad that we traded him. No,
I don't. Listen, the one time I seen Wiggins, and I guess we going off Antman a little bit, and I apologize. The one time I seen Wiggins show up and be like, oh, that's the number one draft pick. When he played with the Warriors, they won that championship run, and they played against Dallas.
Wasn't he the MVP?
And he was getting. Oh,
no. Wiggins has never been finals.
No.
Wait a minute.
Wait a fucking minute. I'm talking about. No. It's more so. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. But he ain't never. He showed up. He was the MVP of that series. I'll say that. He was the MVP of the motherfucking Dallas series because the way he showed up and showed out against the Dallas Mavericks. Oh, Buddy went crazy.
Was he the boy? Hey,
Buddy went crazy, but he was never.
Get us cussed out in the comments.
He was never. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what that was. He was never that though.
So we gonna go back to the original joint. We grew up. We're 80s babies, so we got to see. I got to see a lot of 80s ball, but I got to see the majority of 90s ball. Like I got to see the whole 90s. I was old enough to. And cognizant enough to understand basketball in the 90s.
Stuff was MVP.
Yeah.
Wiggins was solid, okay?
Rightfully so, too.
Yeah. But no, anyway, now, is the level of basketball different? Now, absolutely. But to say that it was bums in the 80s and 90s is crazy. Now, were there some plumbers in the 80s and 90s? Absolutely. Were there some guys who would not make the NBA today? Playing in the 80s and 90s?
Probably so.
Of course.
Sure.
But like the cream rises to the top.
A lot of players you just looked over when you said that though, Antman. Like for real.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, I'm like
Detroit.
Dog.
I mean, even we was talking about Wiggins and them go.
It's lower level players that were so dope back then. Like remember Marcus Liberty.
Yeah, and then who was
who put up 35 on your ass.
who was Buddy that left the league because of his beliefs? He was a Muslim.
Right.
They said he was Steph before Steph.
Abdul,
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Chris Jackson.
Chris Jackson before he
Deadlift Shrimp.
Dude, he was MVP. I know this for sure. He was MVP of the Big Three one year.
Yeah. As a grown ass old man, yeah.
But I'm saying I mean that's how much he's still shooting out here on cat.
Morning.
He was Steph
Ewing.
He was shooting.
Starks. You got some real killers. So
Starks.
Don't be disrespectful.
We not finna do.
Don't be disrespectful.
Hey, Starks lost us so many. You a fan? You a Knicks fan? Starks. Yes.
Us.
I was a Knicks fan.
There's no us.
Yes.
There's no us. You stay where you at.
Pat Riley,
So
baby.
you pick your side. You pick your side. You stay over there.
Okay, so
you're not a Knicks fan no more. You're not with us.
Not anymore. But
Okay, we'll stay over there with your side then.
But this, hey, listen, man.
And stay in Cleveland.
Starks
No
every
Laker
fucking
land.
thing.
No LA for you.
Oh, I just bought me some new LA swag. I just bought me some.
Trash.
And when them new Kobe's come out, I'm on them.
Don't you just
I'm on them.
You so fucking
Say
disrespectful.
so.
You trash.
Troll.
I'm saying it. You
I'm
trash.
trash.
Cause you trash. You're not really a
your
Lakers
Let's
fan.
get back to Antman.
Who your? No, hold on.
He's not a Lakers fan.
I am. Cavs West, nigga. I'm a dick. I'm sorry.
Antman, no. 80s cats, 90s cats. Keep going, y'all.
Nah, I'm just saying like
Dog.
there's too many names from the 80s and 90s.
Magic,
and
nigga.
too many
James
moments.
Worthy.
Too many moments and too many killers that again, I don't know as far as the transfer in today's league, I ain't gonna do that.
Now the same teams did win in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah,
like,
but there was some real killers though.
It was very top.
You know?
The NBA was very top heavy.
You can't
I will say that.
You can't just go off on a limb. But now the thing about it is he gonna have to show for it. Right? So now you talk about, the only real good player, whatever. But now, you know what I'm saying, Antman, it's your time to shine. Right? And you got and the way the league is now, like you got a certain amount of time to make that happen. Because the West Coast ain't getting nothing lighter. You know what I'm saying? Like they're about. I think the West. Well, it's a balanced league.
I just say the West is Steph getting old, Clay gone. Like the West is not what it was.
But it's more spread out now, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna be no cakewalk because he still got to deal with what's gonna happen with Houston and them boys. He get the coach getting them together. You got New Orleans. Like sleeper teams are really showing out.
I don't believe in New Orleans.
I don't think Ja gonna end up staying in Memphis. I think that's gonna be a wrap too. Honestly,
Ja need to be in Utah some damn more. He need to be somewhere where ain't no strip clubs.
He not staying in Memphis.
He not staying
in Memphis.
Ja need to be somewhere real. Man,
damn, what killers is left on the West Coast? Hold on. So actual killers. So you got the Lakers.
Yep.
Don't believe in the Clippers at all.
That was.
Paul George gone.
Paul George is gone.
He in Philly.
And you don't know what the fuck Kawhi go do.
And they got what you call it now.
Ain't no
Kawhi.
Who?
Clark. The Clippers got Harden, don't they?
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Come on now.
It's not. Like, the only Harden I recognize is the fucking Houston Rockets Harden. That's the only Harden I recognize. The rest of this shit, it ain't.
You ain't like him at OKC?
He ain't do shit.
He was
off the bench.
He was almost the sixth man of the year.
But when it was time for him to show out, because if he would have been who he was supposed to be, they wouldn't have lost to the Heat. I'm telling you, they wouldn't have lost to the Heat. They wouldn't have lost to the Heat because KD was going back and forth with Brian. D Wade was, he was somewhat hurt, somewhat not. You know what I'm saying? You had
Bosh and Ibaka was going at it.
Who?
Bosh and Ibaka.
Bosh and Ibaka, and then who was Chalmers? Chalmers was the other cat. So like you had an answer off the bench, but you couldn't get no shit from him, and that was when we should have been like, "Yo, Harden, big game, where you at? You every time it's a big game, you just something happens. I don't know what the fuck happens.
He got better once he left.
He did, but when it's time to win. He could be a member of the Cowboys. Like when it's time to win.
Oh my God.
When it's time to win.
You call it Harden.
He's a Cowboy.
Cowboy syndrome?
He got Cowboy syndrome. Damn, that's a good one. He got Cowboy syndrome. Ha! Yeah. Niggas got Cowboy syndrome. You know what I'm saying? All the flair. So all the zaza. You know what I'm saying?
So in 2 years, if Ant hasn't won anything, will you be saying it about him?
Yeah, you got to. How much?
It took Jordan 9 years, bro.
That's great.
It took Jordan a long time.
But we are in a culture now where we want to see it now, and that's just what it is. Again, when you
Damn.
let's say LeBron James goes to the Timberwolves. Do you think the Minnesota Timberwolves are not going to do what they have to do to make sure they win and use every piece to win now? You got to win now.
Obviously, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got time. You ain't got time to plan for like, oh yeah, in 5 years we're going to hope to get.
Well, because
LeBron's
40 basically.
Yeah, he boy.
So you can't use him as the example.
So how long do we give Antman to get better? Because you still got the Celtics. You still got what's going to happen with Philadelphia. You still got.
I don't trust Philly either.
You don't trust Philly?
No.
Paul George and Maxey? I ain't even talking about Embiid.
Okay.
Paul George and Maxey? That's a nice little combination.
Paul George's best chance was when he was in Indiana. That was his best chance.
Damn. Whoa. I ain't gonna say that.
That was his
Indiana.
Once he got hurt,
nigga.
Paul George ain't been the
Indiana?
same. He ain't been the same since he got hurt. He ain't been the same since he got hurt.
Nigga, he was not fucking LA Clippers. He was fucking nice. He was nice.
Who team was that? Who team was it?
You don't know. No idea.
No, it's Kawhi. Who team was it?
No fucking idea.
It was Kawhi. No, that was Kawhi's team.
When he decided to show up,
and that should tell you something.
That
If the
nigga,
team is still Kawhi's team and he only played 30% of the goddamn games, that should tell you something. That should tell you something. Like,
they got a whole new state. That's so Clipper-esque. They got a whole new fucking stadium with nobody putting that motherfucker. That's so Clipper-esque. That's the most Clipper-esque moment. You got this big, beautiful, dumbass stadium.
People don't go to that stadium, man. They don't
for the first season. And then once
you're showing your LA bias right now.
Well, shit, you got to. I know what side I'm on. I picked my side long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm rolling with.
You remember they put all them billboards out with Kawhi and Paul George?
Nigga, I went to LA. I went to LA to go see my dog Dave. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Dave.
Giles.
Yeah. Grammy Award winner, by the way. But when we were down there, you could see the billboards. Like it said something about some prefer lights, others prefer like the street lights. Street lights to Hollywood lights. I'm like, that's the one you gonna go with.
They were saying the Clippers was for the hood, like
and the hood lost
on some LA Hollywood.
Now, granted, in recent times, the rivalry between the Lakers and Clippers, the Clippers have been winning. But when it comes time to matter most, to go past the Lakers and Clippers and actually get to a fucking conference finals, man, they ain't doing that.
Okay, so
they ain't doing that.
For real, let's be honest. In the West, who's the top team in the West?
You gotta look at Denver.
It's still Denver.
And that's fucked up because Phoenix is still Phoenix. That's fucked up. These niggas just won a gold medal and we just said that Denver's the top team out the West. That's fucking crazy. If Devin Booker played half the defense that he played in the Olympics
to sustain that for a whole
you
season.
Ain't never seen Devin.
You
ain't never seen Devin Booker dive for a ball. I ain't seen that since college. Since he was in UK.
That's hard to do for a full season.
Then you need to learn how to do it.
Olympics is a week.
You don't call yourself fucking Kobe. Well, he said he didn't call himself Kobe. The media did.
The media did.
You putting that shit all on your shoes. We saw that shit. So don't sit here and not dive for the ball, not play 94 feet of fucking defense. You ain't never seen him do that. I was looking at this guy. Who the fuck is that?
That was his role for this.
Who is that?
But he has a different role on the Olympic team.
You need to up your role because the role you got ain't working. The role you got ain't working, and shit. You got Brad Bill
hard on him, boy.
You got Brad Bill for the shot. Shout out STL. Brad Bill gonna show up. Daryl owed me a check for this, so I need y'all to start supporting the watching. You know what I'm saying? If you like what you see, you know what I'm saying. Mess with us. Scroll up, see what you like. He'll have the subjects listed. But yeah, Daryl, cut my check.